Hey there, tobacco enthusiasts. Just a bloke with a beer here. For those of you who don't know, I'm here in the Salt Lake Valley, in the state of Utah, here in the United States. I haven't posted many videos. Actually, I had a video before this I deleted because, I was tired when I posted it. I wasn't really into it, so I deleted that video. But I hope to make this video my official video. I'm sitting outside my local tobacco shop, and this tobacco shop is actually like 5 to 10 minutes away from me, and I prefer it because there is another tobacco shop here in the Salt Lake Valley which is called Genie's, but I wasn't liking the vibe of that place too much. I would still recommend you check it out. They got a huge pipe selection and pipe tobacco selection, and they're also one of the oldest tobacco shops here in Utah. They're located in a historical building here in Utah, one that the Historical Society hasn't really put a plaque outside of, because the rumor is that Genie's used to be a brothel in the Old West. I won't go into detail with that because I hope with the aim of this channel that I'll be able to visit a lot more historical places here in Salt Lake City and be able to not only enjoy a smoke, maybe a beer, or other alcohol beverages, but also talk about those places. And it's been one of the things I've been wanting to do with this channel. When I first started this channel, I didn't know where I was going to go with it. And so, just so you guys know what the scope of this channel, at least what I aim to do, is not only talk about the history of Utah, or the tobacco history, or the beer or alcohol, a hard liquor history of Utah with this channel, but also, let you guys in on my hobbies. And I know there are a lot of, tobacco enthusiasts on YouTube already, and on, Instagram and Facebook. But there's not a lot in Utah. And I applaud those here in Utah that do start a channel or do start an Instagram, because we're kind of outlaws here. The state of Utah, when they pass laws according to tobacco or alcohol, it's to get people who do enjoy those things to stop enjoying those things, to quit those, those legal substances in the rest of the country. And so there's not a lot of places we can smoke here in Utah. There's not a lot of places that will allow us to smoke or to drink in public. Parks and national parks, bars, a lot of them won't allow, people who do enjoy tobacco to smoke here or drink here outside of the designated illegal places. But there are a few places here in Utah that will allow that. And I not only aim with this channel to explore those places, but to also talk a little bit about my place of residence, what I consider my home state. I was born in the South Pacific. I got half German ancestry, but also Samoan ancestry. And for those of you who know about Samoa, it's a South Pacific island, a Polynesian island, and tobacco, mostly cigarettes, is smoked there. But there are people who do smoke pipes, who do smoke cigars out in the backcountry. It's not so much a thing there now, but here in Utah, a lot of Polynesians, such as myself, don't indulge in like cigars or pipes. And I'm smoking, just so you guys know, a house cigar from my local shop here, the Beehive Cigars. For those of you who are familiar with the Mormon Church, yes, that's Brigham Young, the second prophet of the Mormon Church after Joseph Smith. And I know maybe some of you from Missouri and Illinois and New York know about Joseph Smith, but here in Utah, it's kind of a big deal. Anyways, I thought I'd get on here and introduce myself, get myself involved with the tobacco community on YouTube. I hope to be not only a content provider of pipe tobacco for the YTPC, but also a cigar content provider as well as a beer and whiskey provider. But when it comes to the scope of this page, at least my channel, I hope to not only fill you in on my hobbies, which includes these, get you more familiar with the Utah Pipe Smokers group and the local alcohol here, but also get you familiar with the history here in Utah and the current events. I may not be perfect at it. I don't have the fancy camera equipment or anything like that. All I have is my phone, but I hope you guys will be willing to join me on my adventures. I do want to shout out to Titan It Piper, Doc Bravo, Whiskey River Piper, a madman named Lex, as well as Toyman Television. And Toyman Television actually has been my biggest inspiration for these things. Toyman Television is very much about the railroad, and a lot of it has to do with Utah, and I believe he's a Utah man, but he explains a lot of the history of Utah on his channel, but that's because, Utah is not just, the history of Utah is not just surrounded around the Mormon Church, but it's also surrounded around the railroad. So I would definitely check out those channels. A lot of the pipe smokers that I did mention, those channels are part of the Utah Pipe Smokers here, and we're trying to be a official thing here, a big club here. I know smoking in America is on the downside because there is a war with the U.S. government versus tobacco and a lot of the U.S. public here, and they're trying to stomp out the tobacco presence. So, cigars and pipe smoking is definitely on the down low here, and it's extremely hard, especially with the local religion, to enjoy these things. But I hope to be one of the content providers here on YouTube that will not only get you guys to look on Utah more kindly as far as a tobacco state, but also a very historical state. And I know a lot of Californians, when they think of Utah, don't think of us much at all. But with my channel, I hope to dispel any of that, and hopefully you'll find our state a lot more interesting than what the common belief is. Anyways, this is my introduction video. Just a bloke with a beer here, and I hope you guys have an excellent weekend for those of you who are outside the United States, and for those of you who are here in Utah. A good Thursday night, and hopefully your Fridays will be even better. Again, check out some of our local tobacco shops: Jenny's, Beehive Cigars, and Tinderbox. You'll find a lot of tobaccos and a lot of pipe tobaccos and a lot of cigars as well. But definitely come by, and you might see me here at Beehive Cigars. I'm a local. I don't live too far from here, so I'm mostly a frequent of this place. Anyways, You guys have a good one. Be safe out there. It's a dangerous country. And happy smoking.